flames turns a page with a voice like fire and a heart so free. Walking through the channels, it's a sight to see. Singing, hosting, bringing the vibe. Every word they drop electrifies the tribe. On YouTube and X, they leave their mark. A rising star, igniting the spark. Toasting musty, burning bright. Rocking the world in the dead of night. Voice of thunder, heart of gold. A legend in the making, bold.
We're trying to get to $100, guys, and we can do a Wall Street.
Live streams to collabs, they're in the mix, turning conversations into magic tricks. A spark of joy, a creative flair. Toasties out here spreading everywhere. With the mic in hand, they're rolling the scene, riding the rhythm of this rockin' dream. From rumble to the chat, the passion flies, bringing people together under endless skies. Toasting musty,
Shimmy, 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 shimmy.
in the dead of night. Voice of thunder, heart of gold.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Golden old.
Who the fuck made that profile?
With a mic in hand, they're owning the scene, riding the rhythm of this rockin' dream. From rumble to the chat, the passion flies, bringing people together under endless skies.
It is Alyssa!
Toasting musty, burning bright, rocking the world in the dead of night. Voice of thunder, heart of gold, a legend in the making, bold and old.
Yes! Hi, Alyssa, you dumb cunt.
The lights ignite too. Toasties live tonight.
Chats on fire, the emotes fly. Sparks in the lens and glitter in the sky. She hits that cue and the music booms. A blaze of color lights up the room. Hype so hot it melts the air. Laughs and chaos everywhere. Every tear a brand new show. Turn up the volume, watch it blow. Explosion. It's Toasty Shiggly time. Feel the heat, the wild emotion. Lights of flashing hearts collide. We're riding the flame, can't hide the vibe. Explosion. It's Toasty Shiggly time. Turn it up, pure devotion. Fire in the chat, let the good times roll. It's a blaze of fun and a rockin' soul show.
Alerts are ringing, the crowd goes loud. She owns the stage, commands the crowd. Every move electric charm, setting off sirens, raising alarms.
No scripts, no shame, just streaming art. A little mischief, lot of heart. It's laughter, flare, and streaming flame. When Toasty drops, it's never time. Turn down the lights, here comes the glow. That countdown's ticking, ready to blow. 5, 4, 3, feel the tension climb. She strikes the pose, it's fire time. game she played. Laughs echo through the digital sky. Flames spell out explosion.
Don't touch that dial. Be prepared to warm yourself up to some entertainment. Get lubricated, as it were. As this is about to blow your mind. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you the Gooner Squad, hosted by the Toasty with the Mosty.
Hey, fuckers! We're here! Look, John is here too.
Yeah, surprisingly, I did not get fired yet. But there's still time. But I don't want to waste time today though, Toasty, because we actually have like an amazing guest here with us. I think we should just,
Yeah, I finally got a chick here!
That's right.
Woohoo!
I'm surrounded by beautiful ladies. I cannot complain.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for having me. That was a fun intro.
Indeed.
Yeah. I mean,
There's some lore that goes into it, actually.
Yeah, I guess so. Usually when I do my show, it's like a 10-minute intro too, and it's like when it's a person's first time on, it's like, oh god, I have to explain this now. That we're on.
yeah.
No, it's fun.
Yeah, so like, I used to be like completely bald. I was a skinhead.
Okay.
And so like that's why I'm bald in the intro and stuff like that. But also, I don't know if you ever heard of who Alyssa Mercante is.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's a rat-faced bitch, and I don't like her. So I added her onto my
Yeah, we
intro.
had a little bit of a scuffle with her just over a year ago, over the
Who
course of about
hasn't?
2 months. Right. And that's part of the reason why we operate primarily here on Rumble. Is because of all that, because she set about setting a whisper network on Toasty's channel to get it demonetized, and it's never really been the same since.
Ah.
Yes. So, so there's that, and then there's just all the other people that are in the band are people that are frequently here on the show with us for our panel streams, and then we even have an outro video that involves 2 other people that were supposed to be in, but they dilly-dallied and wasted their time, and Toasty just had to move forward. So we adjusted, and we've got like this country ballad that closes out about the heartbreak of being stuck in a taco truck kind of lifestyle. So it's
Okay.
fun stuff.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
So look
like
forward to that at the end.
Fun.
Yes.
Wait, so was that actually you singing?
No.
no,
Oh.
no.
No, but-
I used to know for that, but I didn't do it. It was a friend of ours. His name is Kyle, and he
Mhm.
does music for us. He's always making music and stuff.
Oh,
You'll
cool.
probably see him around like Camelot's chat saying, "Oi, oi, Camelot."
I'll set you something.
Yeah, because he's like Australian and shit. He's Australian, right? He gets mixed up with
Yes.
New Zealand and Australian sometimes, but
I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah.
Australia.
yeah.
I'm sure he'll
so,
let us
like,
know as soon as he shows up if we're wrong.
He's either a
But
Kiwi
yeah.
or an Aussie, but got it.
Yep. Yes,
Yeah,
he's always
but I
joining
will-
us from the future.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I was talking about before you came in. I was talking about like changing the whole like intro, outro. Just
Yeah.
I have hair now, so like I want
We're some goats up here in Toasty's studio. We're both Capricorns, so she is very capricious, and so sometimes she likes the thing until she doesn't, and then she's ready to hard pivot away from it. As soon as
Are you
so.
December Capricorns or January?
Yeah,
January.
I am a January. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Fun.
yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Our
baby
birthday-
was supposed to be a Capricorn, but she was born 3 weeks early, so I got a
All
little
right.
Sagittarius.
Oh,
I was born 2 weeks late, but I would have been a Capricorn even if I had been.
Aw.
My birthday's on the 14th. I was supposed
Well,
to
you're
be
in
a
good
New Year's
company because
baby.
David Bowie is a Capricorn, so.
Indeed, and David Grohl and I are birthday twins. We've said happy birthday to each other a few times.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So yeah.
I don't like
Every
my
once in a while,
birthday being on January because I kind of want to like
get
I
out
don't
and
know
do
go out and
stuff.
do something, but the fucking winter and the snow and I can't do anything. I'm stuck at home just eating cake and being a fat ass and watching Golden Girls. So
That's still
Well,
fun.
to be fair, Golden Girls is pretty
I love
top
Golden
tier
Girls, but I
entertainment.
kind of want to go out and like do something. And no,
You
you
would
know,
love my birthday. My birthday's Halloween. It's
no,
My
the best birthday.
my ex-wife was also born in Halloween. So.
It is legit the best birthday because no matter what age, everybody's ready to party.
Yes.
So
that's awesome. I wish, man. I wish, but no. I was born on the 11th, and my father was born on the 10th. But I really don't talk to him or anything. But it is what it is.
You
It
know,
is what it is.
life is a strange, crazy thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am going to don't mind me. I'm just going to say hi to everybody who's taking time out of their night to join us here in the chat, as we often do. Let's quickly say hello. Cancel this podcast. Looks like he's getting in first.
Hi,
Saying hi to
Jade.
Hemp. Yeah. What
Hi,
up?
guys.
Of course, we got Killer J here with his catchphrase. Make
Hi,
sure
Kitty
everybody
Cat.
got your wieners. If you don't, there's tacos out in the truck.
Mm.
Let's see. True Survivor just joining the channel as a full-time follower, bringing us up to 1,250 followers on the channel. So thank you so much for helping us reach halfway to the next milestone of 1,500. Yeah.
Hey, thank you.
Yay.
Let's see. We also have Jeremy
Hi,
here.
Jeremy.
Yeah. Welcome in. Oh, this guy. Don't mind him. He's always here. He's just, yeah. Oh, and of course, Anna, not only here in the panel, but also in the chat. So thank you for, giving us a little bit of extra numbers to strengthen our
No
rally
problem.
against the algorithm. Let's see who else we got here. We've got Joseph. Hey, Joe. Welcome in. And of course,
Hello, Joseph.
yeah, DK Bones here as well. Always great having DK around.
Hi.
And then Toasty, get ready for it. Yamato's here. He's for his boo. And
Oh,
he says other. Yeah.
I'm
I
your
mean,
boo.
I mean, considering what he says next, I would hope so.
Mm. I guess, but he's on a roster. He's on my roster. I have
That's
I have
right.
guys
That's right.
lined up. Yamato. So
Yep.
there you go.
And of course, it was an inevitable. We've got Jerry here. Welcome.
Hello,
Yes.
Jerry.
Let's see. And then who else? We got LTK. Welcome in.
Welcome.
Yeah.
New name. Welcome.
Yep. And let's see. Hey, look, it's Enzo. Had a
Hi,
fun-filled evening with him on
Enzo.
Sunday, going into Monday.
Hello.
Oh, glad you liked
Yes,
the movie.
and he does not recommend the surströmming. He did have a couple bites of it. Do you know what surströmming is, Anna?
Mm-mm.
It is fermented canned fish.
Oh, is this the Swedish thing where people try it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And so yeah, he had to do that on Sunday night, and
God.
and he did not die. He only took 2 bites of it though. But next year for Memorial Day will be M2, the surströmming. He's going to give it another attempt because he only got 2
I feel like
bites
you
this time.
should do that when you're sick, so you like lose your sense of smell when you do
Right?
it. So you can eat
Oh,
it. I don't know.
maybe when you have COVID, just eat surströmming. Like,
I'm such a picky
man.
eater. I could never do that.
Right? Yeah. No, he hit a money goal, so he was kind of
He had to. He was under the
obligated.
obligation.
That's right. And of course, Hemp is here. He's in the opening intro. He's the guy playing the bass guitar.
Oh, cool. Hello.
Yeah.
I have, like no
awesome.
musical ability at all, so I admire people that do.
I used to play the drums, but it's been like years. if not
I
decades
took
since I
piano for
last.
5 years. I cannot play the piano. I can't read music. I don't know anything. Just like dance. I was in dance for 12 years. I can't dance.
Right.
Like that's just not my forte.
Well, you are highly skilled in the painting, if nothing else. I've seen.
Yes,
Thank you. That took years, though.
Oh, well,
you're very good at it.
Thank you.
talent, skill, and
I try.
ability does take, a good bit of time to cultivate and take to those next levels.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, you have a nice voice. I don't like my
Oh,
speaking voice.
I
I
don't
think
like
I'm.
mine either. I think I
It's
sound
so
like a
nice,
kid.
and I don't really give out compliments like that. John knows that. I
Oh,
don't give
thank
out
you.
compliments like that. But you have a very nice voice. I
Thanks.
think my voice is very annoying.
Indeed.
I was
I've
taught
just
this
learned
with
how to interpret the way Toasty speaks to me to understand the underlining meaning behind it. So she doesn't have to say
But
the
isn't that
words,
with
but
every woman, though?
yeah, pretty much.
You gotta figure out what we're actually saying.
Right.
John is very patient with me. Man, he knows me so well now. He knows
How
when
long
I'm pissed off, I don't say much. Like if I'm
Mm.
pissed off at like a friend, I won't respond back until like later and stuff like that.
Mhm, mhm.
But if it's like with a fucking troon on X, then I'll just go off on them.
Well, it's fun fighting with them because they're so stupid.
You're so oh my god, dude, like how are you gonna compare yourself to me and be like, look, I'm more feminine than you, and I'm literally mogging the shit out of you? Like that's embarrassing. Like, what are you doing?
I think it's just mental illness, but what's that one? The dude, he's clearly a dude. All he did was
Mhm.
grow out his like really disgusting curly hair and he goes to Disneyland.
Oh
and
yeah,
goes-
the one that's down in
What is his name?
Florida.
It's Lily something.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
Blair
Yes.
White's always fighting with him. That dude, I'm like, you're just, I don't know. There's something wrong with you. I don't know if he's trolling to like troll, but I'm kind of like, I think this dude is serious. I think he's just got some serious mental problems, but
I wouldn't want
oh,
to be in a bathroom with him, so I can only understand, all the more how women feel. Yeah.
I don't know. I think you guys are on the East Coast, right? So I'm here in California and I went to Comic-Con and I
Mhm.
had to pee. And the line for the women's restroom is already long enough. And now they made it in San Diego co-ed bathroom. So not only do I have to wait for all the women to use the restrooms, I have to wait for full-grown men to finish using the restrooms. And I'm just like,
Right.
it was disgusting. I'm like, I never want to do this again. This is awful, especially at a busy con where everyone's
Yeah.
already sweaty and stinky.
That and like us ladies, we take a while. For me, no, because I have short hair. I don't really wear makeup like that. Usually, no. And I'm quick, but usually like other ladies like to like do their hair, do their makeup, do all that. So yeah,
Lily
it takes
Tino.
a
Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Lily Tino. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
There is a word. So you know how there's like body dysmorphia when you like look in the mirror and like you could be the prettiest girl in the world, and but when you look, you see ugly. It's the opposite for them. There's a word for that. There is a diagnosis where you're actually ugly in real life and you think you look like a princess. It's
Oh my
crazy.
god. That's like this is gonna sound really mean, but it's like not the troon side, but it's like an epidemic on like art Instagram. Oh, this is so mean, but it's like really fat, ugly girls that think they're hot and they're showing off their
Mhm.
painting. But what they do is they have their easel so you can't see the painting. Then they like walk up all seductively. And I mean,
Jeez.
these girls are fat and they do not look good. Like not like
Right.
cute, trying to be cute like Adele fat. Like, I mean, Lizzo sweaty fat. And then they try to show off their painting. I'm like, why is this on my feed just because I like art stuff?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I know what you're
I
saying. I don't know what it's called, but yes, it's like you're ugly. It like I don't know where the confidence is coming from. Congratulations, but it's
Yeah.
I
Right.
don't
I
know.
can say, thankfully, I don't use the gram. I don't know if it's different than X, but the For You tab, I do not go in the For You tab. I just my following stuff. I do not need to know what the algorithm is going to try to throw at me because I'm already like Mr. Conspiracy theorist out here, like talking about like all how this shit's connected and we're all just being led around by the nose. I can't even imagine what it would try to rage bait me into, getting into just reactionary, emotional, irrational responses and stuff like that. So yeah, no, I can imagine Instagram is really more kind of like a woman's domain. Uh, at least online space. At least that's the way I look at it. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna let them have their thing. I'm not gonna worry about having an Instagram. So yeah, I can only imagine with all the body positivity movements and this that that there's probably a large degree, and I use that
There
term
is.
appropriately.
There
Yeah.
is. Because it's really all about taking pictures and just putting a comment underneath your pictures. It's just taking pictures and just
Oh, and the reels and stuff. Well, I guess, like, now teenagers, they use, like, Instagram for dating apps because 'cause they're not allowed on dating apps, so they use Instagram to, like, do their dating. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I feel so old."
Right,
I
right.
thought they had Snapchat for that. No?
I guess
Some
so too, but Instagram, because it's kinda like, "Oh, let me scroll through this person's profile to see if they're hot," you know?
Right.
Whereas Snapchat just goes away.
Yeah.
Indeed. Real quickly, Thanos Jerry for $1 says, "Once you hear my words, you'll see the greatest poem in modern history. Poems flow from a restless soul to entertain and inspire their only goal. So please listen your part as poems fill your heart." Oh,
Aw.
well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
indeed, indeed.
No, but
Of
I
course.
totally I understand what you're saying with the fat girls and everything because I've always said this. Me, personally, when I gain weight, I don't look good cuz it goes to the wrong places. I don't have large hips, I don't have a big ass, it goes onto my arms, my back fat, my belly. It's just it looks bad. Like some girls could pull off being a few pounds heavier, right? But there's
Mhm.
other girls that are probably like apple shaped or like um how can I
Hair,
put this? Like
box.
inverted triangle shape when there's like
Yes.
more meat on top and stuff. It just looks bad. Like for me, I look much better when I'm slimmer.
I think everybody does. And now I had never been, like, overweight ever. I was always underweight, but then when I had my baby, I had to have the C-section. They pumped me up with all these drugs, and
Mhm.
my face, like, swelled up like a freaking balloon, and so did my feet and, like, my ankles. Like, I didn't even have an ankle anymore, and I just remember I was so disgusted with myself. I'm like, "No photos of me and the baby, no photos of me at all, not until I lose weight," and I was so, like, just physically disgusted with the way I looked, and
Mhm.
once they gave me the okay that I could go to the gym, I woke up every day, 2:30 in the morning, so I could get to the gym by 3, and I was at the gym from 3 in the morning till 5:30 until I lost the weight. Because 'cause I'm like, "I cannot live like this. I
Mhm.
refuse to
Well,
buy more clothes."
to be
Yeah,
quite
how
honest,
tall
when
are you, how tall are you, Anna?
I'm short. When I wear shoes, I'm maybe, like, 5'2" or 5'3".
oh, you're toasty sized.
We're
A little
little.
taller than me. Little well, you
Yeah.
said when you wear shoes, you're like
Yeah, when I
5'2"?
wear shoes.
Okay, so
That's
you're
what I
we're
gauge off. When I graduated high school, I was 4'8", and then I had a growth spurt in college, so I
whoa,
broke 5 feet, which was cool.
nice. Yeah, we're probably the
Mm.
same height, most likely.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
like when we're short, the weight goes everywhere. It's not like when you're taller, you could kinda look better with weight on, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like with us shorties, we have to eat less calories and stuff. And
Yep.
it fucking sucks, but that's the way it is. Like me, I try not to eat like past 1,000.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Well, well, just out of
I mean,
curiosity, are you someone who generally tries to eat like whole foods that are clean and don't have like all the fillers and dyes and whatnot? Because if that were the case and you got injected with a whole bunch of pharmacological and cocktail insanity, I could totally understand how that would happen. But I will admit, when I was tasked to work on the thumbnail for a day, it is not easy finding images of you that either have you fully in frame or aren't watermarked. And so,
You
right,
coulda asked, I woulda sent you one.
right. And so there's part of me where I saw the image of you when you actually had completed your task, and like you're like showing
Oh,
off
when I
your
lost my weight.
yeah, and I was like, it's like this is probably not the best image to like. She doesn't even know who I am, so I'm not gonna put it.
Oh, no, you're fine. No, usually people use, like, there's this 5-year-old photo of me during COVID, like, I bought a bikini and
Mhm.
you couldn't trust or try them on in the store, so I just,
Right,
I had to come home and I tried it on and I posted a photo. Everyone uses that, and I'm like, "This photo is 5 years old. Can you get, like, a
right.
updated photo of me?" But, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't typically post as many photos now,
Yeah,
especially 'cause
the other option I was going for was your rehearsal dinner dress. But because of Instagram being the way that it is, I couldn't get the image at the appropriate size without having like weird distortions in it. So
You know what's
I ended up
actually
just
good is if you bring it into Grok and you just say enhance this photo, or sometimes you have to use creative language with it. It's like
That's what I did with like the one on the thumbnail. I was like, enchant like 4K her photo, and that's what it gave me. I said, okay, she looks great there. I'll use that instead.
yeah. Yeah. So yes, I eventually just left it to Toasty because when I did find the thing, I found evidently when you were doing a cosplay, and I was unaware because I'm just an old man and I forget things. And Toasty's like, "Dude, find an image of her without where she's not in cosplay." I'm like, "That's a cosplay."
Yeah, I have most of my photos online are cosplay because I
Yeah.
don't like taking photos.
Understandable.
Video I don't mind because I'm
Right.
like, you can see me, you can see my personality, but I'm one of those people that when you go to take a photo, I get all awkward.
Right. Oh yeah, no, I hate posing for photos. I'm just like, if you're just gonna take a picture of me, just do it and don't even let me know. Because if you're, hey John, can you do this? I don't want to. No.
Dude, I'm so awkward. I'm the same way. Like posing, I cannot do it because I can't be sexy. Like, okay, so I do these bra streams. When I get to the goal, I put on a bra and I try to act sexy, but like I act awkward while I'm
Well, I
trying to
mean
be
that
sexy.
in its own right is kind of sexy, actually, just from a male perspective. Just saying.
I cannot act sexy. I don't feel sexy.
Yeah, I have to be really drunk to even get that confidence to attempt to be sexy.
Right. It's like, how do these shrooms do it? I don't know.
They got
They're
all
constant
those
state of
drugs.
denial of everything. Because that's the crazy
I'll
thing
take
too.
whatever
'Cause-
they have.
Right. Well,
take
it's
whatever
so
drug
funny
they
when they come after Toasty for stuff because, like, they're like, "Don't dead name me, don't bring up my past. This is who I am," and then they're constantly like looking for photos of Toasty, like before she's much like you, kind of. She decided I'm gonna do this thing, and she cut what 80 pounds roughly.
86.
Oh, wow, congratulations.
Yeah. In like the last
You.
yeah,
And I
last
have
6
thyroid issues,
months.
so no fat bitch can make an excuse that I have hypothyroidism. I have Hashimoto. No, bitch. I did it. You could do it. It's very hard. I get it. Yes, it's very hard, but it isn't impossible.
Indeed. What up, Reagan? And to you as well,
Hi,
Dicky
Hi,
Boy,
Reagan.
Peanuts.
Hello.
Yeah.
Tea boy. Yeah, but it's not impossible. It's very difficult. And my thyroid disease happened after I gave birth to my first son. So like a whole year, I had like palpitations. I was like bloated. I was really big. I didn't even eat that much either, but I was gaining weight, headaches, like I couldn't remember things and stuff. And it felt like I was having a heart attack. My heart was like beating out of my chest and I was
Oh my God.
sweating and it was crazy. And I would go to the doctors. I'm like, what is wrong with me? I'm having these symptoms. A lot of them wouldn't even check my blood. They would be like, I don't know. How the fuck do you have a doctor degree and you don't know what's going on with me? And so finally they did blood tests and they're like, your thyroid is fucked up. We got to see like see if it goes down by itself or something or whatever. Never did. So now I have to drink thyroid medication daily.
Ugh.
And yeah. So
Well, at least they figured it out,
Hemp
Yeah.
would like to
No.
let you, he'd like you ladies to know. He says, insert I am the captain now meme. You ladies, Hemp, ladies are hot. Shut up.
Thank you, Hemp.
Thanks. I
Hemp is
appreciate
great.
it.
Indeed.
I was just
What
getting
up, Charlie?
called an old, ugly, middle-aged woman by some fat dude with a lazy eye, so thank you.
Dude, it's always fucking like that. I'm like, what are you seeing? Like, Anna's so pretty. What are you talking about? Like,
Yeah.
I understand, like, everyone has their own different tastes, but like, to like, when you look like that and you're calling her ugly, dude, like, shut the fuck up.
It's always like the troll, like, looking people that go immediately for the looks insult. It's like, do you own a mirror? You know?
Yeah. It's crazy. It's insane.
Hemp. Down, boy, Hemp. Well, you ladies are quite
Middle-aged.
popular
And I'm
with
pretty sure
everyone in the chat tonight, so.
Yeah, and wait a minute, we have like 52 people watching. Thank you so much.
Indeed.
Appreciate it.
Smash the like button. Help out Rumble.
Indeed, indeed.
Oh, what you said, Anna?
I said
She said
smash the like button. Help out Rumble.
Yes, please. I'm trying to like create a community on Rumble because YouTube keeps fucking me over. So fuck them. And yeah.
Yeah. And if you feel so inclined, well, I guess we're at the exploitation ghetto tonight, so I can't spin the wheel. But if you do make donations for this evening, they will go towards the next stream for turning it into a full-on bikini stream if we hit 50.
Woo.
So goals, everybody.
Yeah. So were you, I'm pretty sure, but like, were you super nervous when you, uh, how can I put this? Where you were gonna have a C-section? Were you like, was it a scheduled C-section and stuff like? Because I
Um,
had two of my boys natural,
uh-huh.
and so
So it was weird. So I technically we filled out all the paperwork for me to get on my husband's insurance in time, but it it was something weird because he works for the government. So they're like, oh, well, technically, because you guys turned in your marriage certificate and it was stamped on this date and not on this date, it doesn't count. So I couldn't even go and see a doctor until I was already like almost done with my second trimester. So I was like sent to all the high risk things and I was all everything that was going on that was now I know is weird. I was just like, well, I've never been pregnant before, so I guess this is normal. So
Just
I
part
would
of the
go.
pregnancy, right?
Yeah, I was like, oh, I thought that this was all just normal pregnancy stuff because I'd never been pregnant before, and so I was going, not even joking. 4 out of 5 days a week, I was at the doctor's. I would see the regular doctor, the baby doctor. Then I would go to like an ultrasound person that did like intense anatomy scans. Then I would go to the hospital and do a stress test and a Doppler thing. And they didn't tell me until like the last day that, oh yeah, well, you're coming here because you're a high risk pregnancy. I was like, what are you talking about? How is this high risk? I'm not old. I'm in my 20s. This is my first baby. How is this a high risk pregnancy? And then she was a breech, and she was one of the breeches where she has her feet up by her face. And I was like, oh my gosh, of course this is a situation. So I went in not thinking we were going to have a C-section that day. We actually had we were looking nice because we were going to go take photos at the beach because the hospital is right next to the beach. And so we went in for the aversion, which is where they try to move the baby. But the placenta was bigger than the baby. So when they would move her, she would just hit the placenta and go back. And they're like, you have to have a C-section. And I told my husband, I'm like, they're going to try to force me to have a C-section. And it's this conspiracy because they want my organs. And they just want all of my stem cells from the baby. And they make more money off of the insurance.
I'm not the only conspiracy theorist here tonight. Right on. But you know what? You know what, Anna? These aren't conspiracies. These you are just analyzing an agenda. So
No, I know. No,
yeah.
and now I see the hospital bills and everything, and I'm like, how much each appointment would it cost? And it's like whatever the I don't know, whatever the insurance covers, they do it like $5 under is how much it is. So like each appointment is like $4,000, excuse me, $3,955. You know? And so I'm like, how do people afford this without insurance? But that's just how they do. The whole thing is a scam. But then they tested like my blood because they're like, oh, well, we have to hook you up to an IV. And I was like, no, you can't do it because I know you guys are just going to force me to have a C-section. I told my husband, I'm like, you better have my back because they're going to force me. Just tell them that we're going to go home and we'll wait and we'll see if she moves. I'll go swimming. I don't know. They wanted me to go to an acupuncturist. They wanted me to do all this weird stuff. I'm like, I'll go do all that again. And when the nurse heard him say that, every single nurse on the floor was like, you cannot leave the hospital. You're about to have a stroke. And I don't know anything about blood pressure or anything, but my blood pressure was I had eclampsia.
Yes, I was gonna say my sister-in-law had
I
that.
didn't know what that was, and nobody told me because they're so afraid of getting sued, so they won't tell you anything. And I'm like, I'm one of those people that I'm like, you have to tell me the hard truth. You can't sugarcoat anything with me. So if they would have told me from the beginning, hey, you're at risk for having this thing where you're going to have a stroke and you're going to die. And so they told me, they're like, your blood pressure is 200 over 180. It's not a matter of if you're going to have a stroke. It's a matter of when. We need to get the baby out now. And I was just freaking out. And I'm like, every single nurse, every doctor that was there, every single person came and talked to me like, you cannot leave the hospital. even if you weren't having a baby, you're about to have a stroke. You cannot leave. They're like, have you been having these symptoms? Like, yes, I have. Yes, I have. And then I just finally was like, okay, fine. Okay, fine. Let's just get this over with. Let's just do it. And then I did it, and it was like 5 minutes, and the recovery absolutely sucked, but
Mm-hmm.
my little baby, and she's all safe.
Aw.
Yeah.
But they should have, I mean, they should have fucking told you, because it's just like, they told my sister-in-law she had that, and she just, she was careful and everything. And that, I would think, I mean, obviously that put more stress on you, but not knowing,
Well, and
them
then
not
the
explaining to you.
Well, and then the drugs, I honestly think because I live in Southern California, so a lot of people here are Sue happy. And so, like, they can't tell you anything. And I even overheard when I was in one of the waiting rooms, they were like training one of the girls, and they're like, you cannot tell anyone, like, no medical advice, no recommendations. The only people that are legally allowed to do that are like
Are
the,
the
the
doctors.
doctors
Yep.
that are performing the surgery.
Yeah,
And
I used to work in a holistic naturopathic doctor's office as their dispensary manager. So I mixed together all the tinctures, put all the nutraceuticals, everything like. And people would always, so John, what do I do for this? You go upstairs and you schedule an appointment. Like I cannot do these things. Yeah.
Well, it's frustrating because I'm one of those people that are like, I'm so lazy. I'm not gonna sue you. Like, unless you like
I
kill
know.
me, you know?
Right.
But I'm
Right.
like, if I would have known these things, I could have mentally prepared myself, but
Right.
it was
Right.
nothing. So now going into it, now I'm like, all right, I'm that annoying patient that like has all these questions because me and my husband were trying to have another baby. So I'm like, and I look at my little girl and I'm like, you're lucky you're cute because you were hell. Being pregnant with you was hell, little girl. And another thing, for 8.5 months, I thought it was a boy because they told me it was a boy. And then
Right.
2 weeks before I'm going to have the baby, like, who told you it was a boy? And I'm like, everyone. And it was a girl. So we had 2 baby showers for a boy. Nursery was painted blue. Everything was ready for a boy. And I have my girl.
Well, to be honest, I think blue is just almost the best color to go with for any baby because there was a time, it wasn't because like this whole idea of blue being male for boys and pink being for girls, that is an invention of the 20th century. Because prior to that, red dye used to be like such an expensive
Bless
thing.
you.
That more often than not, like if you watch like old school westerns, you'll always see a dude out there with a faded red shirt, and to the point to where it's basically pink. Yeah, like it used to cost more for red dye, so it used to be flipped.
Even the dad in Little House on the Prairie, he's wearing a pink shirt.
Yeah, Michael Lando.
Did you have a preference of what you wanted? Or you were just like, just a healthy baby. That's it. 'Cause
I
know
I wanted a boy. I grew up with sisters, so I was like,
you can have one of mine. You can have one. Because I'm surrounded by balls. Just
Aw.
balls. Because they pee
Well,
on the seat. I gotta
oh.
clean the seat. Just everything.
Well, also,
Toasty's
like,
always in a constant state of cleaning.
my husband has a daughter from, before. So my stepdaughter, like, I've known her since she was 3 years old, and she's 15 now. So I'm like,
Oh.
so we had, like, the girl, like, I was there from toddler to,
Right.
high school. So for him, I was like, oh, like, hopefully, like, we have a boy so that way he can have, like, a boy and a girl. And then also, like, since I had sisters and my cousins are pretty much all girls, I was like, oh, it'd be nice to have a boy. And then, like, I could hang out with, like, Star Wars and, like, Batman and stuff because it's kind of harder to get girls into that than it is to
Right.
get boys.
That makes sense.
But
That
you
makes
know what?
sense.
I'm so happy I have my girl. She's the best girl ever. So.
Sure. Aw.
Speaking of
Yeah.
Star Wars, as you are that Star Wars, what are your thoughts on the most recent release? Have you
I
gone to
haven't
see
watched it.
Marmaduke and Gondola?
I love Baby Yoda. I know that's controversial. I think he's so cute.
You're a woman. Yes, we love him. He's cute.
so
And all the guys are like,
cute.
fuck him. Fuck him. I was like, no, he's adorable.
I love him. He's a baby. My friend was teasing me. He's like, I'm pretty sure the only reason you had a baby was because of Baby Yoda giving me baby fever. But somebody sent me a magical ticket for it, so I can watch it if I wanted to from the comfort of my magical theater at home.
Nice.
But I just haven't. You know what? I hate Disney Star Wars so much. Yes, there he is. He's so
Mhm.
cute.
Yeah, I'm beyond apathy at this point. I've already gone through my stages of grievance with all that a long time ago. So I'm not even a long time ago in well this galaxy. But yeah, I can't even be offended by it at this point. It's just like, yeah, it is what it is.
It's just
It's like,
bad. It's
yeah.
just really, really bad, and which is really frustrating because Jon Favreau is actually pretty decent when I mean he did Elf.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably one of the like number one Christmas movies of our generation. And like how do you go from being like so good at your job to creating this shit where nothing even makes sense? It's just like here's slop that's kind of it's Star Wars in name, people will buy it, which Baby Yoda, genius, great job, but there's no follow through. So and I can't stand Pedro Pascal, so I'm like, do I really want to watch this? Not really.
Right. Yeah.
He's so
No,
weird and fucking annoying.
Yeah.
it is quite underwhelming though, the state of things. But I went to art school, so like I know quite a few people. I was there when they were trying to really do the seduction play for why gaming is so messed up now, but they're
Mhm.
doing the same thing in all forms of media. And so this rise towards AI is really just the next step in homogenization. And so when I was there, they were just trying to teach everybody the whole thing about, oh, we have to talk to the human experience and make it all. And so it was just let's go and recreate the scenes that were really popular at one point in time. And so everybody's just mimicking stuff from the past. They're not actually telling any stories, even with the framework of that space. They just want you to, see the Star Wars logo and just, all right, well, here's my money, and that is so just it's complete disservice to the whole concept on why they even purchased Star Wars to begin with. I mean, I was against it from the moment it happened. I said the whole line about this is if a million voices cried out, and then were silenced, and that was the day. The day that contract was signed, I posted that to Facebook, and that's the way I've felt about it ever since. And I think the only one of the new Disney things that I've ever seen in the theater was The Force Awakens, and then I was even by the end of that, I was like, feels like I just watched A New Hope again, only not as good.
Yeah.
And it's only got worse from there. So yeah, I've long since just let it go.
Well, see,
I have my memories.
I grew up in Modesto, so I went to the same high school as George Lucas. And when I graduated high school, I gave a speech all about George Lucas being my hero. And I went to art school too. I went to college so I could learn how to, work on video games and special effects so I could work at ILM with George Lucas. And then my second week of class, my second class of the week, my teacher, who ironically was named George, walks in. He's like, George Lucas just sold to Disney. And I was like, oh, no, what am I going to do now? There goes my dream. And then when I was, my last year of college was when The Force Awakens came out. So I saw it. And I actually went and saw it quite a few times because I was looking for all the things. I was like, oh, here's like, they're going to answer it because there's 2 more movies. So I was like, they must have this master plan. So I was going into it. I had all these theories on what was going to happen. And then The Last Jedi came out and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? And that's actually why my YouTube channel happened, because I was posting on Facebook and I'm like, don't go see this fucking movie. It's not Star Wars. And I was just ranting on Facebook, and everyone that's ever known me as Anna, that Star Wars girl.
Right.
That was
So
my nickname growing up. And
I
so
suppose the best thing to come out of Disney's purchase of Star Wars is everybody getting to see you on the internet. Then I guess that's the only bright silver lining in all. So
I hope I you know what, I would have sacrificed my internet career if I could have good Star Wars.
right.
I could go back to being a normie and having privacy.
Right.
But
Yeah, I don't know much. Actually, I don't know shit about Star Wars except for this cute little guy right here.
You're not
Honestly,
missing anything now, girl.
I've never even watched the movie. Never. Not even one. I should. At least the older ones, right? Like I've been
Yeah.
told like the older ones I should start watching them. But
Well, do you like sci-fi or fantasy?
that's the thing.
Toasty has very specific tastes.
Well, what's
for,
your
like
top 3 favorite movies? Like or your movies that you'll go watch over and over again.
Okay, so I like mainly, I don't know any specific movies, but my favorite genres would be a lot of action, like a lot of like karate, a lot of like martial arts, a lot of like fighting. I love
Okay.
that. And I think because deep down I'm a violent person, and perhaps like I have all these angers for these fucking troons that I wish I could do like stuff like that to them because they just piss me off. But and comedy. But I don't hate sci-fi or anything. It's just I don't know.
You have to be
I
in the right
probably
mood
like the
for it.
lightsaber battles. If you like
Yeah, well,
fighting.
I got Toasty into Fallout, just because she has such a love for retrofuturism and just kind of
Mm.
Art Deco kind of stuff, and like 1950s
Vintage
aesthetic and things like
vintage,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
I love stuff like that.
yeah,
But, yeah, I'm gonna see if I'm able to watch Star Wars. Or maybe, like, do a little watch party on Discord or something.
yeah.
Whenever I have
That's
the
the
time.
all Disney should have ever done when they made the purchase was they should have spent the first 10 years just doing like they do with all like old school Disney, the Disney Vault. They should have just redone like just theatrical releases of everything while they were building up the story and getting their team in place and actually figuring out all that shit. And we should only just now be having the first movie come out that would have had anything to do with all that stuff. And I understand they were probably under crunch because it's like, oh, these people are old, with the original cast. We don't know how long they'll be around. So we got to. But even in that, every single one of them was completely misused and completely undermined as characters. And
I know. There's the meme now. It's like, what did Disney do in their 3 movies? They killed Han Solo. They killed Luke Skywalker. They killed Princess Leia. And they
yep.
threw away the one opportunity to get them all back together again. They're so stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I think that they could have done what they were doing if they would have had people that actually cared in charge. Because the
Right.
problem is they had people that, were very vindictive to George and what he created.
Right.
And instead of building upon it, they wanted to deconstruct it and make it
Right.
better. It's like, bitch, don't fix what's not broken.
Right. And they ended up making a product rather than working on a project out of
Yes.
passion and dedication.
And they killed the
actually,
brand. They completely killed the brand.
yep.
Star
Oh, yeah.
Star Wars is useless. Remember when, you would go to like a Walmart or a Kmart or even like Toys R Us? There was a complete Star Wars aisles.
Yeah.
Like not just one aisle, multiple aisles
Mhm,
of just
mhm.
Star Wars. And
Yeah.
now it's like there's a tiny little section that might have like 4 toys in it and nobody
Right.
wants it.
Right. Or you'll go to like a Rite Aid and you'll just see a bin of clearance items that they can't
Mhm.
offload anywhere else.
Mhm.
Mhm. Hey, wasn't that the show we were covering on Wills about, isn't that Star Wars? Like the new with the gay black guy, right? Isn't
Oh, is that Doctor Who?
Oh, that's Doctor Who. That's Doctor Who.
No, no, the
But
other one that they made like a university, like am
That's
I
Star
mixing
Trek.
that up?
Star Trek.
Sorry, see,
yeah,
I don't
that's
know
that.
shit
Yeah,
about
yeah,
crap.
that's
I'm
Starfleet Academy,
completely useless when
or as
It's
I call it,
okay.
Starfleet Academy.
like, I just see aliens. I'm like Star Trek or Star Wars. Which one is it? Like
Well,
I
see,
played
that's
the
the
video
problem.
game.
Is modern Star Wars is trying to explain things scientifically, and Star Trek is trying to just go and make it all fantastical elements that just hand waving it away. It's like, do you
Well, new
what?
Star Trek is all about like autistic feelings and it's like
Mm-hmm.
no.
Right.
Star Trek actually had like science behind it. Not that the science ever made sense to us,
Right.
They attempted to make it make sense in their little universe, but like it was so frustrating. I was excited for Picard because I hadn't been watching new Star Trek. So I was like, okay, Picard's coming out
Mm-hmm.
and I'll give it a watch. And I'm just like, okay. For whatever
Yeah.
people that don't know about Star Trek, you're not going to understand any of these references. But basically, let's say, to put it into perspective of real world, if you know real world history, okay, the Nazis get destroyed, right? Who takes over Germany, right? Is it America and the Soviet Union, or is it Puerto Rico? In their universe, they made Puerto Rico take over. And it's like,
Right.
what? How does this
Right.
make it? Like, you think the Soviets or the Americans are going to let Puerto Rico take over Germany? Like, are you
Where are the
retarded?
conquerors? Where are the
That's right.
Really?
Boricuas,
That
Toasty.
sounds stupid. Are you Puerto Rican?
Yes.
Oh, I just pulled out a small country out of my ass. How funny.
Yep. Puerto Rican. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
it's just so stupid. And then I remember the guy who was writing Picard, he was on Instagram, and after each episode would come out, he would ask like the questions, and you can ask questions, and I'm like, okay, well, your whole premise is that there's evil androids, right? Well, in Star Trek, there's a character that's an android. He's beloved. He's like Pinocchio character, so everybody loves him. His name's Data, and he has an evil brother named Lore. And
Mhm.
I asked him, I'm like, so if you're doing the whole evil android thing, what about Lore? Like, wouldn't he be the one running all of this? Because they already kind of did that in the show. And the guy responded to me is, "Who's Lore?" And I'm like, you are writing Star Trek and you don't know who Lore is? He's one of the main villains of the series. Like, what the hell is
Right.
wrong with you?
Yeah,
yeah. I
no,
feel like if you're gonna do all that, you should at least be knowledgeable with like characters and everything else that's going on. If you're gonna write about it or
Well,
something.
so the probably known as the best sci-fi movie ever made is The Wrath of Khan, which is the second Star Trek movie. And the guy who directed that had never seen Star Trek. So when they asked him to do it, he's like, "All right, you got to give me some
a
time." And
while. Yeah.
he went and he watched the entire series, and he's like, "Hey, this is a really good character. I think we can do something with it." And he wrote the movie based on this episode, and
Hmm.
it's known as like one of the best sci-fi movies of all time. And so it's like, wow, if you just, even if somebody doesn't know anything about it, if you do a little bit of research and do your job, you could
Right.
make something good. But these people don't care.
Right. And it's like this weird kind of just narcissism of, you know, I understand that this might have been something that existed before, but I have so much talent, skill, and ability that people went, no, 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 no. You're a steward. If you want to make your own thing, and then you can have all the pretentious bullshit behind all your choices that you want. But when you're tasked to be entrusted to something that is decades long in terms of its fandom, that is a very important position of responsibility to actually do with care and consideration, because it's not yours, it's not even the original creators, it's just this cultural kind of thing. And if you're going to sit here and try to just make it about whatever your ideological bullshit is, then yeah,
Well, it just really proves that Hollywood is full of narcissists. Because I couldn't
Mhm.
imagine like picking up someone else's baby that's been around since the 60s and 70s, like Star Wars, and saying, "Oh no, this is a huge IP that's beloved throughout the entire world. Well, I can make it better." I'm like, "Oh my
Right,
like, imagine the balls on that person.
right, right.
The
It's such an
the ego."
egotistical. Yeah, right.
I mean, Hollywood doesn't even care anymore. Just look at the Odyssey.
Oh, I know, dude, that's driving me crazy.
That's right.
Uh,
Are
I have
are we
You'd be
really
a
gonna
far.
argue?
mhm.
Either of you ladies would be a far better Helen of Troy than their current
Dude, go
selection.
go to like a random store or a traffic light in Greece and pick up a woman there.
Right, right. Just make someone's career. Which
Mm.
it's not that hard.
See, I'm one of the few people I think at least that I hate Christopher Nolan movies. I do not think he's good. I think the only reason he has the fan base he does is because of Batman. Remember, somebody was making a big deal. You got to watch Memento. It's the best movie ever. And I watched, I was watching it. I'm like, oh, this is the plot. Like this is, and I remember the guy I was watching with was so pissed off because I figured it out. I'm like, this isn't clever. It like tells you within the first like 15 minutes of the movie. It's
Right.
very, very obvious what the twist in it is. And people will give Christopher Nolan all this credit for Batman. It's like, those aren't his stories. Those aren't his characters. If you go back and watch it, there's only one that's even decent.
The
And
best
then,
movie he's ever made is The Prestige. Prestige,
yes,
hands down, and that is a fantastic movie under
but that's not his
any.
story
But
either. Like
but yeah,
people like
exactly.
Inception, that's not his story. He took it from an
Right,
anime.
right,
Interstellar, it's like you could have given any person in Hollywood that script and it would have
right,
been good.
right. Yeah,
Christopher Nolan, he's so full of himself and the audacity to do what he's doing to the Odyssey. I'm so happy with all the backlash. Usually
maybe
I'm the
that's the
kind
Absolutely.
that would actually
My
be the
post
better thing to
about it.
call it instead of the Odyssey is the Audacity. Sorry, just
yeah.
No, yeah, definitely. Like it's how are you gonna cast these people? Is it that is such a disrespect to like Greeks, really. It really is.
Well, to everyone, to anyone that's
hmm
interested in history or culture. And the like the way that Hollywood is now, it's like, have you guys noticed? It's like, it's okay to erase people of European descent, but if you're, with other people that are obviously not European, but the second it has anything to do with some place not in Europe, all of a sudden that has to be so freaking accurate and all. It's like, the racism, racism.
Right. I'm like, I made a post about it, and it got like over 5 million. I think
Oh yeah,
5.2
you're
million.
the Alexandra Daddario fan.
Yeah. Yes. And then you have people like, but Zendaya looks like Athena Moore and this and that. And you lying bitch. She looks like a Dominican. Shut up. You don't even look Greek. What are you talking about?
No, and
You're
she's
such
in
liars, bro.
everything. No, that they're just racist, and that's the thing. They get it all emboldened on Twitter because they can hide behind it. Same thing with the Betty Boop, and it's just like
Mm-hmm.
if you guys, and this is gonna sound awful, but luckily we're just on Rumble. But it's like you guys are erasing other people's cultures because you guys don't have your own, or you're not smart enough to study your own. So I'm Portuguese. So if you ever go to Portugal, a lot of the castles are Moorish. Who are Moorish? Africans. They're North Africans and, yes, darker skinned black Africans that came up and conquered a big part of Europe, mostly Spain and Portugal and parts of France. Now, if any of these dumb fucks did a shred of research and learned about history, they would know about that, and that could be a great historical fiction series, right? Like Game of Thrones level, where it is actually the blacks and, the Arabs that are taking over Europe and killing all the white people. That's what they want. That's what gets them off. So, I don't know, maybe read a fucking book and learn your history and then do that, but they're not smart enough to do that, so they just want to take, and they're lazy also because they don't think that they could tell new stories. So, they're just like, let's just take something beloved and let's change it. And then when people get upset about it, we'll call them racist. It's so frustrating.
Right.
Someone made a good point, Anna. I would like to point this out real quick, that someone in the comment was on my side and they said that Africans, they didn't have the technology or like the intelligence to kind of like to what do you call it, like how can I put this, like
Build up
oh God.
the.
No, like to keep track of their history, like how
Oh, just
Europeans, and stuff, because they just didn't have the knowledge
Well,
or
you
the.
know what's funny, Toasty, is that's the thing is the first woman to be a billionaire on the planet Earth was a black queen from Angola. You know how she made $1 billion? She was a slaver. They don't want to learn their own history because they sold each other off.
Mhm.
That's why a bunch of Africa, you see, if you go on the west coast of Africa, so like I actually have
Coast.
family that's in there's islands off the coast of Africa, and then there's Angola. Like they speak Portuguese in Angola because obviously the slave trade. But you go over there, there's actually parts that are, almost on level with first world countries. And a lot of the most wealthy people in Africa live in Angola. Why is Angola so rich compared to the rest of it? Because they saw what the business was. And so they, conquered all the small little tribes and mud huts, and they sold them off to the rest of the world. They knew what business was. But guess what? Black people don't want to highlight that because they want to play the victim. They want to continuously be the white people sold us. It's like, no, the Africans sold you, and the white people just transported you. That's it.
Right.
But they don't want to acknowledge that. And so if you actually have them go back and look at their history, it's like, oh, it's not that good, is it? Yeah.
No, because it makes them look bad.
Right. Well, it's kind of like that whole thing about, well, as the meme goes, women treat accountability like kryptonite. I would say that it's more than just women. It is, there's a lot of cultural kryptonite that most people
do you think a
just
lot
try
of
to
Germans
avoid.
want to talk about what their grandparents were doing?
Exactly.
It's kind of on the same level. They're like, yeah, we don't really talk about that. We don't
We went
talk
on
about what
vacation.
grandpa was doing.
Yeah. Right.
Like Arnold Schwarzenegger. What was his dad up to? Oh, he was an SS officer. Oh, great.
Right.
But
He was one of the top SS officers, like in the inner circle.
Yeah, it's like, but you know what? We love him. That's not his fault. He's not responsible for his dad.
That's
But
right.
it is the accountability.
Right. Dude, you know how God, I fuck up his name. Sometimes I call him Pablo, Pedro Pascal. Have you ever read the history about his father? What he
Yes.
did in his history and stuff? And this motherfucker wants to be all woke and like, we gotta care about each other, and Donald Trump is evil. Hello, what about your father and the shit that he's accused of,
Well, so
motherfucker?
I'm not interested in like American politics at all. I'm like, this is not. But I learned about the Ilhan Omar chick once the Nick
Mm-hmm.
Shirley stuff came out, and I'm like, wait a second, her dad and grandpa are the reason Somalia is the way that it is. Why the fuck is that woman in our country? Why isn't she in prison? Why is she even allowed to be in a political office? You know, like holy shit. All of these people are all corrupt. Get them out of here.
They're so full of shit. All these people are just so fucking
And
full of shit.
they're the woke ones too. Because you know if they weren't woke, then all of their skeletons would be plastered everywhere. But because they're woke, it's okay. They get a free pass. It's like, oh my God, you guys are all demented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, it's also one of those things too that, despite whatever kind of partisan viewpoint ideologically you may hold, unfortunately, the people that are occupying the highest positions of powers, their political party is, I'm just as corrupt as you are. And if you're not willing to even compromise on your morals, your standards, principles, your values, anything like that, I can't trust you to be corrupt. So I'm only going to do business with other people that are corrupt. And so now we just kind of have, this weird kind of aristocracy of oligarchs and just people that are caught up in, well, obviously Jeffrey's pedophile adventures and all that kind of crazy bullshit, and that's just one guy. Like, that's an entire system. So like globally, we're just kind of in a weird state where I think we're at a point of a reckoning to where we all have to kind of realize that there is collectivism happening on both ends of the political spectrum, and there's a lot of people that are
No,
kind of turning
Obi-Wan said
into
it best. They're politicians. Don't trust them. Yeah.
right,
That's my,
and
yeah.
yeah, hypocrisy abounds, and so that's why I'm always just talking to people about, like, if you want to actually govern your situation appropriately, just govern your own life. Plant a garden, get to know like your situation, how to like take care of yourself, prepare
But
for
see,
like
then that makes people have to be accountable for their own lives, and people don't like that.
Right. Indeed. For $1, Jay says, I've never seen this lovely lady. Hi, I'm Killer Jay, the crazy wiener man. Also, for anyone in the chat, you fuckers better give Toasty a follow.
That's right. Please. 69 people watching, only 26 likes. Come on now,
Indeed.
you guys. Come on now.
Smash the like button, give Toasty a like. But hello, my name's Anna. I go by that Star Wars Girl online. You can find me on all the platforms, mostly like YouTube and Twatters and Rumble.
Yeah.
That's right. Go follow her.
Yeah,
Yep.
but yeah, no, like I go by here on the internet. I'm known as problematic white guy, and that's just something that literally evolved out of my great grandmother was full-blooded Pawnee, and then my other grandmother. Like, if I wanted to get government assistance, I'm technically on 3/5 of from I guess native tribes here in America, and so I could do that, but I look like I'm from, the tribe of Chad, so it's not really my thing. But I had an interesting situation where I was made indelibly clear to me that I was far too white to ever be calling myself, a Native American, even though I made the joke that I was like, well, anybody that's born here is technically a Native American.
They
Right?
don't like hearing that.
Right. And so, yeah, I found out because of all this stupid bullshit that, yeah, no, I'm just a problematic white guy, and it doesn't really matter who I am as an individual. It's what people project on me and what they see here in these crazy days of the 21st century. And so, I just. Because prior to this, I used to just go by Neobraska for the longest time, because that's actually where I'm from. And when I moved out to the East Coast the first time, one of the guys who was there, he always used to call me Neobraska, and so something I picked up. But yeah, no, I'm just a problematic white guy, and I don't know. At this point, I want to get off the carousel of bullshit where we're just changing the names and faces of the silly, petty bullshit that we're just fixating on every week, because I am more kind of concerned about how can we just get to where we actually have some balance in the world and we can all just kind of like feel comfortable within ourselves. But I think that unfortunately, it's one of those things where, as great as it is to have this technology that can bring all of us together and have these kind of conversations, I think part of the problem is that people know how to use technology, but they don't know how the technology actually works. And so there's like a lack of respect for it. And so like things where we might have said something at one point in time, 5, 6, 7 years ago, that we would have said in a world prior to the internet that would have just been something that come and gone and nobody even remembers
Oh,
it.
you mean
But
all the
now we're on
N-words
the
we were dropping, right?
right. But now you have to be on the hook for every little thing. And it's like, even if there's a timestamp next to something I said, if I said it 5 years ago, does it really have any relevance? And maybe we should all just kind of just learn to just kind of appreciate that sometimes people just say stupid shit in the moment and it comes out that way because we're highly flawed because we're human.
Oh, but
Yeah.
that's the thing. Everybody has to be perfect 100% of the time.
Right. For another $1, Jay says, you had me at Star Wars. You have earned a follower /
Thank you.
subscriber. Yeah. Indeed. Let's see. And we also have Primal One popping in. Hello. Welcome in.
Hi,
And there's
Primal.
Sebrew as well.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Susie. Hello. He
But
says,
yeah,
been
no.
following some of your posts on X and DM'd to see some of the ugliest trannies attacking you left and right. Yeah, they have no fucking room to even talk about. Like, the fact that they're saying, they're calling themselves biological women. Now they're, okay, like,
Give a
we
mouse a
already
cookie,
know.
man. Give a mouse a
They,
cookie. He'll want a glass of milk.
they've been having this trend where they'll be like, oh, I used to be a guy, now I'm a biological woman. What?
Right.
Excuse me?
No. It's
What?
not how it works.
Yeah.
Nope.
As
Absolutely
somebody who is both has an artistic and a medical background, I can quite clearly state that you are anything but a biological woman by any sense of reason. There's some things that are pretty essential, and unfortunately, because they're never going to relent within the next 20 years, they probably will be able to actually have like full blown kind of weird, like making organs grow that they will then put, and then they'll be like, but now I have them, so now I'm clearly no.
Excuse
There's a wide difference between like if I gave you a bowl of wax fruit, you could eat it, but it wouldn't sustain you. And it would taste like shit the whole way through. And so that's what, we're just living in a wax world now where everything's just on the surface. And once things heat up, it's all just going to fucking melt.
Thank you. Every time I cough, I sneeze after.
Aw.
Every time. I don't know why.
Indeed.
Hi, Charlie.
Yeah. Which book am I about to ruin?
Book of Life.
Which book?
Oh, yes. Right. The Akashic Record.
Dude, but like I have so much fun bothering these people on X. Like, it's entertainment for me. It's so funny.
Yeah,
Oh,
that and it does help us kind of galvanize what we do. Because I had to point out to one of our friends the other day. He was like, "I'm gonna go after them." I'm like, Dan. You gotta hold back. You have to understand. We are quite literally. We are engagement grifting. We are monetizing our haters. So please, just give us. We know Toasty knows what she's doing. As reckless as it looks, like there is actually a method to her madness. And
Dude.
for another $2, Killer J says one more time. Says, "All right, I'll quit interrupting. Toasty, love you, homie."
You don't have to stop interrupting.
Yeah,
You can
especially
always
with money.
interrupt with, yeah, especially with super chats.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not complaining.
Man, just wait till you get Russell Hall in your
Oh,
chat.
to give
You'll
a mouse
see.
a cookie. Yes. That is a good book. Yes.
Now,
So,
I
Anna,
wish that. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And I was just going to say, I wish that Twitter would have been monetized from the beginning because the amount of fights that I used to get in before Elon got Twitter, I'm so shocked my account was suspended so many more times than it was. 'Cause people used to try to cancel me all the time. Like, one of my most viral tweets was, it was an article and it was a fan casting of Kiki something as Rogue, and all I tweeted was LOL. And I swear Black Twitter lost their goddamn minds. And now they're like, this is the racist that thought that she could play Rogue over Kiki Palmer. And I'm like, I have no interest in acting. I've never wanted to act just because I dressed up like her for cosplay on my birthday, which is Halloween. Like,
Right.
You have an actress that's the correct age, that's the correct coloring for a very, very, very iconic, popular X-Men character that she would be perfectly cast for, but they're so stupid they want to cast her as Rogue. It's like, you guys are
Right.
so fucking like, LOL. And they're like, explain yourself. I'm like, I don't have to explain myself to somebody whose IQ is above 50.
Right.
You know, but I was like, I wish that X would have been monetized back then, because I could have made so much money.
Yeah.
I avoided it back in the Twitter days. I only actually got an account after it was already bought up by Elon, and I've only called it Twitter maybe in reference to what it used to be.
Oh, I still
Or
call it Twitter, but somebody made a good point. They're like, Anna, Elon spent all this money to save us. And I was like, yeah, I guess that is a good point, but I still like calling it twatters.
right.
I
get
just
that
think
too.
Elon is terrible at naming things. I'm like, I shouldn't encourage his autism.
Right. I did call it Twix for a little bit in the transition of ownership,
Oh, the
but yeah,
transition. Have you
yes.
fought with Elon's kid yet, Toasty?
Does he have an
Vivian?
account?
Not on Twitter. He's on Instagram. His name is Vivian, or yeah. He used to be Xavier, now he's Vivian. It's like,
I do have an Instagram. I'm not very active on there because it's I don't know. Oh no, wait, I did have an Instagram, but they banned me
oh,
because I keep getting mass reported by these fucking troons. Like,
yeah.
it's them mass reporting me all the fucking time. Like, I had a nice amount of following in my old ex account, and they mass reported me, and then they my account got suspended. I had to make a brand new one, which is this one that I have now, and they're trying to mass report this one as well.
Well, at least we're in the clear
Yes,
zone.
yes,
there.
we're in the Wild West, the splendor that is, the Rumble platform.
The Rumbles.
They still gotta work on it though, because like
Oh,
if
yeah.
I need like help and stuff, dude, there was literally Anna, I kid you not, there's a person that made an account as me, right? Doxing me and everything, and being literally a picture of me saying, please come over to
Find
my
me.
place.
Yeah.
Find me, please come over to my place. I want some company. I want someone to visit me and stuff. Guess
Oh,
how long it took? Guess how long it took for them to take that shit down? 2 fucking weeks.
yeah. I was gonna say.
That shit was like, dude, like, come on now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, that's a flagrant offense. That is just outright, like, form of harassment right there in that regard. Generally speaking, I'm pretty cool to be like, you want to get into mudslinging, it's all fair game to a certain point. Because even games, you get a foul, you got to go sit on the sit on the sidelines for 2 minutes. So there are certain things that are kind of beyond, and shit like that. That's where I'm like, that goes beyond what is acceptable. But if you want to sit here and kind of like go after me for certain things because we're now in the thick of it, I'm not gonna try to go after you because you hurt my feelings. And I'm especially not gonna at this point go and do an investigation into who and where you are, and then
You
try to
have
get
to
other
be
people
so
to
unhinged. Like,
right.
I hit your nerves so bad that you're like, let me look for this girl.
Well,
Let's
Right.
they can't argue with you, so they go after your weakness, which is your privacy and like your home
Mhm.
life. Like, that's when you know that they don't have an argument. Like, when they attack your appearance and then try to, dox you, they have nothing. So they're just trying to, basically, expose you to the world in that way. And it's like, if I like, people will try to dox me all the time, and I'm like, if I wanted my real name and like where I lived out there on the internet, I would post it, but I don't.
Right.
My name is Anna, and I go by that Star Wars girl. If I don't introduce you as my real name, then that you don't need to know it,
Right.
But people
Right.
are insane. That's the problem. There's a lot of insane people, and they're all on the internet.
Right. I do have my actual name here. It's John Richards, but there's like so many guys named John Richards in the country. Try to find me, and if you do, well, good luck. You're taking your future into your own hands to see how that plays out. Because I mean, I spent 2 months in county jail for defending myself. That's all I can say. It's like, I'm not one to start fights, but I will end them quite abruptly. And I do not give a shit who or what you are or what you think you are. If you come at me, I will defend myself. So, yeah, I'll gladly
Hopefully,
tell
you're in a
people.
state where that's
should.
allowed.
Well, I kind of thought it was, but even here in one of the reddest of red states, I hurt someone's feelings because I was trying to clean up a house, and I have a body positive, genderqueer, blue haired, niece that attacked me because I was trying to clean up the house right after I had just cleaned it up, and she returned and made a mess. And I went to pick up a makeup bag of hers, just start cleaning things up, and she jumped on me and started choking me with the hoodie that I was wearing, and at a certain
because
point in
you're the
time,
guy, you got in trouble.
right, and she's over the age of 18, right? But here in this state, they're like, oh well, they give you I guess a buffer year, and so even though she attacked me, and they're like, it was the craziest thing because I'm in the court, and this is where I actually called myself problematic white guy, which pissed off the judge. Surprise, surprise. But her name was Judge Payne, and she was every bit of her name. And at the end of the case, because everything fell apart for her, but they were just sitting here just saying, by the letter of the law, and because that's the thing, we don't really have a justice system in America anymore. We just have law enforcement and a legal system. And so that's what they went by, because the judge, she's like, well, Mr. Richards, I could just easily give you disturbing the peace, but this would all just go away. But I want you to suffer. Like she wanted me to suffer. Not that I had done anything that was worthy of that, but she just thought that it was because I had done this thing. And it's like,
A
and I
woke
said,
woman judge, shocking.
right. Because I'm like, when I was on the stand, I said, look, you take this situation, and it was a 40-year-old aunt being attacked by her 18-year-old nephew. This whole situation would play 180 degrees, to the opposite, and you're not actually looking at this on the principles. You're just trying to, look at where you can just kind of take this and do the thing.
Revenge.
Right. The nice thing about it, though, is when I did get sentenced, they sent me back to the county, and the warden of the county jail is also a woman. She's just like, what are you doing here? And I was like, oh, it seems like I'm back. And so she told him to not start my booking paperwork, and she went and she double checked. And thankfully, by the grace of God, I was one day over the bare minimum to be released on my own time and good recognizance for when my sister was finally able to help me get bailed out. And ever since then, I've been here at her house just trying to figure out a way to get my life back on track. Because I'm without Toasty, I'm just a homeless dude on the internet. Well, and I actually wouldn't even be on the internet anymore. I'd just be a homeless dude in my sister's house.
Sorry about that.
It's life, I've had very high highs and very low lows, and I like to think because of that, I try to look at things with a little bit more of, just an experience that tries to get beyond, just how I immediately feel about it. 'Cause spending 2 months in jail will give you plenty of time to meditate on things. And you know what? It was the first time in my life that I ever actually read the Bible from end to end. And I read the entire Bible in under 6 weeks. And it was hilarious, too, because I'm a big fan of Twin Peaks. And there was this thing that happened where I was supposed to have my court case, and I was reading the book of Job, and they had to come in and they rescheduled because of a blizzard, because it was in the middle of winter. And they were expecting me to start punching walls and doing all this shit like everybody else always does. And I just sat there. I'm like, okay, no, I get it. And they're like, well, your court case's been canceled. It's like, it hasn't been canceled. Canceled implies I'm never going to go there. So it's been rescheduled. Let's they're like, wow, they used to call me when I was in county, they used to refer to me as a Jedi, because I would take the bedroll, and I turned it into, I basically wrapped myself in like a swaddling cloth because it was so cold in there. And so I had this hood on, and so people were just calling
That
it,
was
like,
like
oh,
a
that's the
KKK
Jedi
member.
it was an interesting experience. I had to avoid the two. I was housed with this native guy, and there was this other native guy, and this is the reason why I also call myself.
Wait, are
problematic
Jedis
white guy.
white or black?
They're everything.
They're everything.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
Jedi
they're
is being one with the
aliens,
Force.
they're-
Yeah.
yeah.
You're just in tune with the Force as being a Jedi.
Do they wear a certain type of suit? Is it
They
like
wear
white?
robes.
Yeah.
Robes.
Yeah,
They
have
kind
Jedi
of look
robes.
like monks.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I had to. It was such a weird experience because I had the guy that I was housed with and the head of the guard staff were both dark native descent and things like that. And so when I'm sitting here talking about, oh yeah, my grandma's this, yeah, they plotted to kill me in county jail, so I had to put myself in solitary confinement for a week and a half while that the head of the guard staff was getting hired into the sheriff's department. He was the bigger threat than the guy that I was housed with, obviously, because he's the guy who can actually really fuck me and kind of ruin my life. whereas this guy was just mad at me. He's just surface distraction. But yeah, it's a weird, crazy world, and because of that, sometimes I just think that I just look at things from nothing is fair right now. And so you just have to kind of go with that. And so the only thing you can really do is try to be considerate and compassionate, to yourself, so that you can kind of have some abundance to work from, so that you can offer that to other people. But I understand why everybody's just kind of burnt out by life.
Anna, I have a
Yes.
question for you.
Hmm.
Do you know any Portuguese?
No. When I was little, we have video of me speaking it, but once my bisavon died, it's like gone.
No, I totally get it because so I was born in Puerto Rico, right?
Hmm.
And when I came here when I was only 1, so I was a baby.
Basically American.
Yeah. They put me in I started out speaking Spanish. They put me in a bilingual class, and from there on I started just speaking English. So I have like this kind of a heavy Spanish accent. I don't know. I mean,
You have a bit
people
of an
say,
accent, but I wouldn't say it's a lot.
yeah. But that's why I have an accent, like the Spanish accent, but then I'm just like speaking like English and stuff like that. But I pissed off troons from Brazil. And so
Oh.
I have people chatting like in Portuguese, but they're telling me thank you for like standing up for women and stuff like that. I've always wanted to learn Portuguese because I'm like 18% Portuguese. So
Mm.
yeah, I want to learn how to speak it.
Yeah, no, I was we went to Brazil for my honeymoon, and it's very different. So I'm Azorean Portuguese, so even that is different than mainland Portuguese, which is very different than Brazilian Portuguese.
Mhm.
So I mean, like, Abrigal is pretty much, and I have the terrible Californian accent. So even when I try to say stuff in Portuguese, everyone just is like, "What are you saying?"
Yeah, it's like, is it like the dialects that are different? Because is it
Yeah,
like,
the slang is different. Like,
yeah,
Brazilian Portuguese is much faster, whereas if you're talking to someone from Portugal, they take you like 10 years to tell you like
Mhm.
one simple thing. And then
They're
the
regional
islands.
dialects, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing even here in America, because I grew up Midwest, lived out on the East Coast, then I was down in the South, then over to Texas, then California, and then the Pacific Northwest. And so yeah, there are people here that
or
speak
it's
the exact
Spanish?
same language that are talking completely differently wherever you're at. So yeah.
Same thing with Spanish. Like Mexicans, their
Yeah.
dialects are different from Dominicans, Puerto Ricans,
Well, my
and
stepdaughter, her mom is from Peru, and even like when she speaks Spanish, like theirs is like slightly different than like obviously Mexicans.
Mhm.
So
mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all different.
Yeah.
But let's see. Anything on the chat? Any people saying anything? Obrigada means is thank you.
yeah.
Obrigada.
Obrigada.
Abrigal.
Do you have
Oh,
did you roll the
I'm saying
R's
it
on
like
that, or
it's like Spanish. I'm saying it
No,
like a
it's
Spanish person.
Abrigal. I'm not saying it
Obrigada.
very.
Obrigada.
There you go. You say it better than I do.
I think it's the Spanish, like the little Spanish.
Yeah, you're
thing.
picking it up better than me. Well, it's funny. So, most like if you speak Spanish, you usually can understand Portuguese. It just
Yes.
Portuguese is just Spanish with like a mouthful of saliva.
Yes, yes. So when they're like writing to me, I'm like, I kind of get what I'm getting, what they're, trying to
Does your
say and stuff
Twitter
like
not
that.
have like the translate automatically on it?
The what? Oh,
Because mine automatically will translate things now.
right?
on X.
Yeah.
I will have to click it, but I like
Mhm.
reading it. Like I want to learn. I want to teach myself like how to understand it and just learn it. Let's see.
Yeah, Toasty is quite adept at taking on new things, and whenever
That's
she finds
awesome.
yeah,
I'm like the
yeah,
slowest when it comes to stuff. I took French for years. I can't speak it, but I think I can, if I really try, I can read it decently, but it's not my forte.
I
yeah,
get
I
it.
can kind of read things, kind of context clues, because a lot of languages at the etymology level, their base root words have kind of, of course they shift based on just where they evolve in the world, but you can usually kind of catch somewhat of a vibe. So I can, oddly enough, I've found myself able to understand shit that I probably shouldn't even understand. But I wouldn't say that I'm proficient in anything other than maybe even English, and I don't even know if I'd even go that far at this point.
I don't know bad Portuguese, or I know bad Spanish words.
Of course, you gotta learn the bad words
But
first.
I mean, I live in California, so it's like I can order my food in Spanish, and I know a couple bad words. But here, I'll tell you a story. So my best friend, she's Mexican, and she's got the grandma that like will not speak English, but you know she sometimes tries when I'm there because we've been friends for a long time now, so she knows me. But so we're all in the room, and it's me, my best friend, her sister and her aunt and her grandma, and they're watching the because her grandma's got cancer, so everyone's like they're taking care of her, and she's in her bed because she's comfortable. And we were watching the TV, and it was a novella, and of course it's Spanish, so I don't understand what the hell's going on. And this one like male doctor comes on. He's very handsome, right? As they all are, and they're all like everyone just starts talking, and I'm like, well, and I was like, Sav, what's going on? And she's just like, oh, we're just talking about how handsome he is. I know this one Spanish word. And so I was like, oh, mucho caliente. And they all stop and they look at me and everybody just starts laughing. I was like, did I say it wrong? And they're like, no, you did. But caliente means hot, but it means like temperature hot, not like he's handsome.
Right.
And like
And
nobody was
also-
expecting me to say it or to know that. And so everybody was just shocked and they all started laughing. Yeah. And so I was like, I think the caliente sounds better than the word for like hot.
I often say
Caliente.
gracias instead of thank you, just because it sounds
easy.
nicer, it flows. Yeah, that and gracias just it's a nice word. It sounds so
Well,
gracias.
Laura taught me gracias and de nada. So
De nada. Yeah, caliente means hot in temperature.
yeah.
But if you want to call a man like handsome, good looking, it's hermoso.
See, they told me something else like guapo or something.
Guapo, that's another
Yeah.
one. Hermoso, guapo, lindo.
Yeah. Yeah, see,
Yeah.
lindo in Portuguese it means like pretty or cute.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
cute.
yeah.
It's similar.
I like to say mi cabeza es tu baño because it seems like people are always filling my head with bullshit. So my head is your bathroom. Instead of casa, mi casa es tu baño, my house is your bathroom.
Well, I only know
that's
what
like from junior high shit. Yeah.
See, I only know what caliente means because I used to play Sims too, and there was like this family, and they were called the Caliente family. And my daddy's like, "Oh, that means hot,"
Right.
and they were like the swinger, like Playboy type family. So I was like, "Oh, okay, so that's hot in Spanish."
Dude, Anna, I used to love playing The Sims, but then they
Sims is
added
so
like all the
The wokeness.
bullshit, the
Yes.
pronouns. It's like, okay, here we
Oh,
go.
I didn't get that. I like Sims too. That me and my sisters, that was our shit. And then Sims 3 came out and they were all ugly. And you had to download all of the mods for it. And then I think they're on Sims 4 or Sims 5. I haven't played it in years cuz it'll just suck all of my time and energy out cuz I'm just addicted to it cuz it's like virtual Barbies. It's fun.
Right.
Yeah, I know, right? So someone made a good point that women, even like the type of video games we like, it's always different from guys. Guys like to build things, right? They like to build
Well,
stuff.
that was the
and
great thing about The Sims, because that's what I was going to say is I would build shit in The Sims. I would make these elaborate
But there's
fucking
SimCity.
palatial estates and things like that.
There's
But
SimCity for that. But like us
Right.
women, we tend to like more real like simulation, like real life kind of
homebody
type.
stuff.
Yeah,
Cozy
yeah,
things.
yeah. I feel like I thought that was a good point.
Yeah. No, there's this whole study that Lego did about the difference between the way boys play with toys versus girls. It's interesting. You should look it up sometime if you have some free time to look into it. But like how they studied just like the way that boys and girls play differently, it's vastly different because we're different. Crazy, isn't that?
Imagine. It's almost as though we complement each other and like men and women are supposed to be different.
Well, see, like, you couldn't pay me to play with Legos. I'm like, you want me to buy something and I have to make it? Go fuck yourself. Give me the damn doll that's already put together. Like, absolutely not. But my stepdaughter and my husband, they'll sit there and they'll build Legos all day. I'm like, that is not, like, no. Wait, you're telling me I have to pay an exuberant amount of money for this stupid toy and I have to make it too? No. No, if I'm paying this much, it better already be made and working perfectly. It's like getting a car and having to build it. No,
Right, right.
absolutely not.
But you see, that's the thing though with the Lego though, is
Well, people like it. Boys like it. It's a boy thing.
right, because it's all like either because I mean I'm 45, so like I remember back when Legos were just like you just bought a box of Legos and like you figured out how to make your own shit. And now like it's all about like kit building and things like that, which is an interesting, fun, fascinating craft in and of itself. But I think that that's really almost more about what the Lego is, not even so much like the Lego, but just the experience of building is what they're selling you is, at least for dudes. But I can understand. No, just I would like the thing. Especially with the price on these Lego kits nowadays, like being hundreds of dollars and crazy shit like that. It's like, okay. I don't know. Excuse me. Ah.
I don't mind like when I buy stuff from Amazon and I have to put it together, I do it myself. I like it. I like fixing things and putting things together.
Well, see, but that's like, I'm assuming that's something for like your home and you know where its place is going to be and how you're going to utilize it. Like when I think about when I was playing with toys, like I'm like, it's either action figures or dolls like that. And I'll build them little houses or like I'll decorate their doll houses or I'll decorate an area for them. But it's like, if you want me to build a Lego, I'm like, first off, these aren't cute. Because back when I was a kid, it wasn't the cute Legos. My mom wasn't buying me the cute girly Legos. It was whatever we got at a thrift store. And it's like, I don't want to build this. I don't know how to build a house. I don't want to know how to build a house. Like, I just get me the doll house. I don't need to build this stupid Lego thing. And then, of course, the Legos, at least for me when I was a kid, it was all boys. And I'm like, no.
The red, yellow, green, blue ones.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'll play with my Polly Pockets, my Barbies, and my Star Wars action figures. I'm good. I don't need the Legos. I don't like the Legos, but my stepdaughter really likes them, so she's got a lot of her dad in her. So
the ladies are very beautiful. Yes, they are.
Oh, thank you. Las chicas aquí están muy bonitas.
Yeah.
Gracias.
And if Toasty joins in, we'll have a full-on me stream going right now.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me just show off my knee too.
There we go. Full me stream.
That's right.
Oh, it's a thing from last year. Like this whole weird thing about something that happened with Anna Pierce and
Smash JT.
Yeah.
His thing got taken down because it wasn't even like showing her cleavage. There were just knees that
She had
looked
bare
like
knees.
and
and
cleavage.
yeah, and then YouTube was like, "This is nudity. Take it down." And so
yeah, now we joke about knee streams and things like that.
Did you guys see that girl that like she put shadow or no, not shadow? She put Dark Souls on her feet to stream. Like she painted her feet to have the game
yes. Just yesterday I saw that come through
God.
on my feed. Yeah.
I'm like,
wait, what is that about?
This girl who's like a Twitch thought streamer, she was the one that went viral a couple months back because she had like a dominatrix thing going on. There was a guy in a gimp suit behind her.
Right.
That girl,
the redhead with the big tits.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, so she just got banned on Twitch because she was doing a gaming stream, but she painted her feet so it would be a green screen so she could play the game projected on her feet.
Yeah.
And that got, which I'm like, I didn't know feet were banned on Twitch. Like, I was going to give her like an E for effort. That was fucking funny, but she got banned.
Right.
I'm like, how does that, like, but why? Showing feet? But then you have Hassan saying crazy shit.
Yeah, because it's a specific kind of fetish. It's one thing to try to tell someone, look, you can't be wearing a spaghetti strap halter top like you are right now, Toasty. That would be a little bit over the line. But like if you're doing something that they can put under that umbrella of it's straight up fetish stuff, Yeah. So, but I thought it was funny too. All things considered, like, yeah, that's actually. I mean, it's a little
What
cringe, but that's kind of the point.
aren't girls on Twitch like still doing the bikini pool thing, like the little floaty pool streams or something? I don't know.
Uh,
I feel like I get it, but then it's like, aren't there bikini girls in bikini on?
Yes, but they're in the hot tub section, not in the gaming section. I don't know if they even still
Oh,
have
I
the hot tub
gotcha.
section.
I
Well,
see.
then there's the art one where the girls are in like body paint, so they just have pasties and they're basically naked and they're painting their bodies.
right. Yeah. No, it is kind of wild. Some of the stuff that the thoughts are able to get away with over on Twitch, and I have no interest in Twitch basically because of that. Because it's just I don't know. Just as a platform, I have no interest in it. But that takes it to a whole new level of just I don't even like watching things
I'll
on it
just
at
see
this
the
point.
clips on Twitter that are going
Right.
viral and react to it. But I thought that was pretty funny.
Hmm.
Indeed.
I mean, I
Mm.
used to stream on Twitch, but I never got any views or anything. I don't know. It's just like it's just I don't know, dude. Like I don't really care for Twitch,
Yeah.
I've
and
never had a problem with Twitch. They pay me, which I like. So,
That does help. That
you
would
know.
help buffer it somewhat. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's
I mean,
'cause they have ads, right? And then I'm not in charge. I like it when I'm not in charge of things and it's like, oh, it just plays ads so nobody can get mad at me. It's like Twitch just does what Twitch does and I'll just dual stream over there. I used to do all my gaming over there and it was fine. I enjoyed it. Never had any issues. So, yeah.
I feel like if you want to grow as and maybe that's just me, and maybe this just like I wasn't doing great on Twitch, but I feel like if you're gonna be a content creator now, you want to grow. I feel like I don't know. I feel like all the already popular people are like succeeding on
Established.
Twitch. Yeah,
Yeah.
they already are set. Like these are the popular people. Like you, I don't know. I feel like you can't grow there. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that. I haven't tried making mine grow in a long time. I just am like, it's there. The only thing I've tried making grow is Rumble, and it's like, I don't know, it's like snail's paste.
right. Well, my outlook on it is we stream a lot with Jay Viper, and he was on Twitch so far back that he's literally one of the global emotes for the
Mm,
platform itself, and he doesn't even do
wow.
stuff on there anymore. So that's kind of where it's like, if a guy who is quite literally a little emoji detail within their platform won't even stream there anymore, that's kind of where I'm like, yeah, I got no
Yeah, a
interest
lot
in
of
it.
people are moving over to Kick. I made an
Hmm.
account so I could comment on a couple things, but
Right.
I haven't used it, so I don't know.
I think you'll do great on Kick since you have a nice amount of following already. With me, it's just nothing but fucking bots. Dude,
Um,
I don't have like I don't know what it is. I don't have like luck when it comes to like uh all the other ones, but when Rumble, I feel like I'm doing pretty decent on Rumble, which is great. Which is always the opposite with everybody else. Everybody else always tells me like I can't I'm not good on Rumble. Like I can't grow there.
no, Rumble is really hard. There's some people I'm like, how do you have 100,000 followers on Rumble? You know? But I mean, I still have good engagement in my chat and when I do shows, like people are there. So I don't know. I feel like the audience versus the following, it's not at the I don't know. I feel like there's either some kind of glitch going on or they're not quite there yet. And
Does seem
even
some kind of disparity, yeah.
yeah, well, and then I get notifications for streams or videos 2
Hmm.
days later. And I
Right.
tweeted at Rumble the other day, and I've had their CEO in my chat, and it's like, why am I for one of these shows I was on, and I'm like, how come I'm getting notification for this show that I'm on 2
2
days
days later.
later at like
Yep.
3 in the morning? And I don't know. They need to. They're a great platform. I'm glad about the free speech aspect of it, but they need to fix a lot of stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, they are.
absolutely.
Yeah, it is definitely going through growing pains of sorts. But it's I have the same issue because I get notifications when streams go live. But yeah, if it's like a VOD thing, then I'll get notifications for it like you said, like 2 days later. And even sometimes, even when I get the live thing, then 2 days later it'll go and it'll give me the thing again, and it's like you already notified me about this. Like, so yeah,
No, I
there's
only
a
find out people are live from Twitter. If people don't post that they're live on Twitter, I don't find out
mhm.
until after, which is really
Yeah.
frustrating.
Yeah, no, that's why I always make it a point whenever any stream that I'm a part of, because I don't really, I'm not a, by some people's standards, I'm not even a content creator, because I don't run my own channel and I don't do this or that, and so yeah, like if anybody's ever gonna have any interest in where you find me, it's on other people's channels, so I kind of have to drop links over on X to let people know, hey, I'm gonna be a part of something, but yeah, I don't know, the all these platforms are hit or miss with certain features, and so it's just kind of like you almost have to figure out how to navigate using all of them for different aspects of the work that you do, and try to get them to just synergize somehow to your own needs.
Mhm. They just added the shorts on Rumble, which is great. I mean, I hate fucking doing I hate clipping. I don't like it.
You should get this.
But
There's this program called Opus Clips, and it is AI, but you'll just type in "find the best moments" or "find when I talked about X, Y, and
Hmm.
Z," and it'll make like 30 clips for you, and you just go in and edit it. It's really convenient, and then it'll post it to all your platforms.
oh,
Right.
really? Oh my
Yeah,
god, can you like send it to me? Like
I'll
so
message it to you on Twitter
thank
so you have it.
you.
Yeah, I was
I
also
hate
being
that
told
they're
about
whole fucking
another.
doing that.
I was being told about another AI editor for streamlining that will go and it analyzes your video, it makes an in studio transcript, and then you actually just use the transcript. You highlight what you want in the thing that you want clipped out, and so you have, or you can just go and say find all the dead air spaces and clip those and do all this kind of stuff. So yeah, there, and that's why when people start talking about how AI has no good uses and this and that, it's like the data centers that everybody has problems with, which I do too, obviously, that has nothing to do with streamlining the way that you go about being creative. And these are just creative tools, and you still have to have some level of artistry in whatever you're doing to really get the most out of them. But like AI has the stuff that people seem to be pissed off at AI about is like the most pointless shit, but like the things where it's being used for setting up this real-time surveillance data tracking and all this kind of stuff, maybe those are the things we should take issue with, and not get too bent out of shape if somebody's going and doing some color correction, or turning an image into something where it's like, oh, this person's arms out of frame, so I'm going to go and have it change the position or some,
I just think it's like mostly people that are their jobs are threatened. And it's like, well, then
right.
that just
Exactly.
means you have to be innovative,
Mm-hmm.
you
Oh,
know.
absolutely. I agree with you. And I feel a lot of these people, and of course, so people say like, I guess art kind of could be subjective, of course, but I feel like all these people complaining about AI are people, and I've seen all their like artwork. They have shit ass artwork. Like their artwork is like a kindergarten like coloring with like crayons or something. It's just horrible artwork. Like their artwork just sucks ass. And I think is exactly what you just said, is that they feel threatened. And like for example, like I would buy your artwork because it looks really nice, it's professional looking, but with them, I mean, they fucking, I don't know, it's like their artwork is just shit. I don't like their lining, it sucks. um
Mhm.
I don't know, like
I mean, they're perfectly fine if you were to call it, hey, look at this sketch I made. But when you start getting like, so this is a masterpiece, settle down, man. Like, let's.
yeah, no, yeah, like
Well, I
they'll
had
be
a
like,
pretty big
well,
controversy a few years ago where I did a Vampirella cover for Dynamite
Mm,
Comics, and my sister passed away, so I did it in a style that she liked, and because it was an ode to my sister, and
right.
so it was everything that she liked, and it was full of stuff that me and my other living sister we all got the references, but because I didn't do an oil painting, which people usually
Mm,
see from me, and people that already didn't like me were gonna complain anyway. They lost
right.
their mind saying it looked like a Bratz doll, and just, like, basically tearing it anew, and I'm like, "It's fine if you don't like it. It's the style that my sister liked, and, that it was for my sister."
Right.
That's what it was for. It's not my style. It's not something I'm drawn to. I literally did it for her. And if you don't like it, that's fine. You don't have to buy it. If you want to support it, that's great. But if you don't want to, that's fine. But I didn't get upset about, people losing their minds about it. But then when they started tormenting me over her dying because they didn't
Right.
like a drawing I did, I'm like, that's when you have the
That's
problem.
grotesque. Yeah.
Very much so. But when it comes to a lot of these people, like I won't post high-res images of my work online because it's going to get stolen. That's why
Mhm.
anything I post, if it doesn't have a watermark, it's not going to be high enough resolution for
Right.
an AI to use, right? And there's a lot of people that are really threatened that are actually really good artists, like, some of
Mhm.
the lead ones at Disney or Marvel, and all of them are campaigning against AI. And it's like, well, guess what? These companies want to make money.
Mhm.
And if they can cut where they can cut to do something faster for something that they want, and they don't have to go through this middleman, then they're going to do that. That's the reality
Right.
of the situation. You're working for a corporation. You're not working for
Right.
a mom and pop. Like when Disney canceled their 2D animation, Glenn Keane, who's probably the most famous living animator right now. For those that don't know Glenn Keane, Google him. He's amazing. He did Tarzan. He did Pocahontas. He's amazing. He left Disney when they shut down the 2D department, and he created his own company. And he worked with Kobe Bryant to make a little short, and he won an Oscar. And he
Right.
still has a company. So it's like you just have to be innovative.
Right.
Everybody
Well,
thought that Photoshop was the end. Everybody thought that 3D was the end. It's going to change things. It's never going to go back to being the same. It's going to be different. You just have to figure shit out,
right. Right.
Right. And
And
it also helps not to you know, throw these fucking ideologies in people's faces and all this woke bullshit as well.
Mhm.
Maybe if you weren't like that, people would support like artists more, but because you want to call people racist and homophobes and all that, people are not gonna support you. What the fuck? Do you
Yeah, no,
think
I
that
don't
you're
feel sorry for any of these people that I see that are
right.
going like, "Oh, anti-AI." And I'm like, "Well, you're a fucking asshole." So I'm
Right.
really
Right.
not sympathetic.
Right. And if you're going to try to be an asshole in this life, you better have a high degree of talent, skill, and
Mhm.
ability, because people will put up with it for greatness. But, when you talk about the corporate mindset, what I was saying earlier about the homogenization of not really having people there for their merits. They're just there to fill space, and anybody can fill your space at any point in time. And so if you're not actually going to find a way to thrive within that and raise yourself up to a point that you can be seen as, a benefit, then don't be surprised when you get replaced by a system that they only have to invest in once and never have to pay for again. It's just,
Well,
if
look
you
at
want,
oh,
oh, go
sorry.
ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, look at people like Tom Cruise or Christian Bale, where it's been leaked when they're screaming at like a crew member, and they get in and get canceled for that because they're so good at their jobs that they can get away with that because they're like, you're not being professional. Like remember when Christian Bale was doing Terminator, and there's that audio that leaked of him screaming at the cast member for like messing up the lighting,
Hmm.
like that went viral. And then when
Yep.
what was it
I
during
was
COVID when Tom Cruise was screaming at those people for breaking protocol, and he's
right.
like, the whole industry is watching us. It's like, if you're gonna be an asshole, you better be fucking talented.
Right. Right.
Those
I
two
mean,
guys can get away with it.
yeah, I know there's been quite a few positions I've held in this world where they're like, "Oh, this is kind of a dick," and I'm like, "No, I'm not kind of a dick. I'm a bag of dicks, and you could choke on them, if you if necessary." But like I had more, I had more understanding of every system that went into it. That there's just like, it wasn't until COVID Hell World that they were able to derail me, like by the entire world being brought to its knees. And of course, I got fired, fancy fired. I got laid off when I was at home recovering from COVID, after I had finally taken a slight vacation for the 2 years that we were into it. But do want to mention we got the Rumble rant here, from
Yes.
LTK asking, would you join Anna and Cecil for the Jack show? I'm not very
I
Yeah.
actually already have Toasty booked for Jack's show.
Yeah.
So I guess the answer is
Yay.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
Yep.
I'll announce everything for June coming up.
Neat. So look forward to that.
Nice. How exciting. I
And
always feel special when people invite me to their podcast. It's like, you want me on your podcast?
I'm actually
Yeah.
shocked now when people invite me on a podcast. I'm kind of like blacklisted in certain YouTube spheres. So
I think you're so, and maybe, I don't know, maybe because you want to be extra careful because you're on someone else's, but I feel like you're compared to me, you're like so kind, and I could be wrong, maybe it's because you're here and you want to watch what you're saying and stuff, but I say some really mean words when I'm just on Rumble, and I'm pretty controversial. So
well,
yeah,
I
I
like
feel like,
Toasty. I don't think you're controversial.
oh,
At least, yeah. What have you done?
She
I
hired me at one
mean,
point in time. That's your
We'll
biggest
find
defense,
out.
Toasty. You partnered up with me in this whole internet endeavor.
Mm.
no, I don't know. I feel like because I say some mean words on Rumble that I don't get sponsored or anything. People just mass report me. I get banned everywhere. I'm
Eh,
I'm trouble. I'm
it's
trouble.
okay. Join the club. No, the whole thing with YouTube is once you get to a certain level, you'll find out that it's very clicky, and if you don't do the things that the click wants you to do, then it's
Oh,
like, don't, no more. You know.
yeah. I mean, we're not at the level that you are, obviously, for that duration. But in my limited time of being here in the space in the last year and a half, 2 years, yeah, no, we've both Toasty and I have definitely encountered aspects of that, to say the least. But
Yeah, no, I'm just like, I don't have time for 8th grade girl drama. Like, if we're cool and you're cool to me, I'll be cool to you. But if somebody comes into my DMs is like, oh, do you know this about that person?
right,
And I'm like,
right.
I didn't like 8th grade when I was in it, and I'm a grown up. Get away from me, you know?
Right.
Right. 'Cause you know they're trying to start something. If they're asking you all these questions and stuff, it's like, I don't want to be a part of this at all. You know.
Mhm.
Right.
And for
'Cause, yeah,
me, I was gonna say
well,
real quick, and for me,
yeah,
I
go.
already like do the stuff on X with these crazy people. You know what I mean? When I stream, and I know this sounds kind of corny, but when I stream, I'm relaxing. I want to
Yeah.
have a good time. You know, a lot of people love the drama with, they'll do it on their own social media, or
Mhm.
like they'll do it on like their chat and they love it, not me. For me, when I'm streaming, I just want to relax and I just want to get along with people. You know, all the
Oh,
drama, whatever, are between me and the fucking woke tards on X.
what's up, Inu? Yeah, I do. I curse like a sailor, so that's sometimes when I'm on new people's channel, I'm like, I don't know what the rules are.
Oh, you can say whatever the fuck you want here. I don't.
Yeah.
I figured that out early on. I was like, oh, okay, I can curse it. Because some podcasts, I get it. They're like, just try not to curse. And it's like,
Right,
okay,
right, right.
my
Try to read
potty
the room
mouth.
when you come in. Yeah. I think
Yes,
that
and
might.
now we're on YouTube. Like I'm trying to be careful and stuff. But if we were on just Rumble,
Oh yeah, we would have already shown some titties by now.
yeah.
Yeah, I get paid to look at boobs on the internet,
Oh,
so
congratulations.
Yeah,
And
yeah. It
a
doesn't
lot
pay
of guys
much,
would like
but
that job.
yeah, it doesn't pay much, but it pays enough for me to keep doing it. So.
Oh, John, it's doing that thing again with the noise.
Oh, give me just 1 second. Let me fix my mic.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to head out here, though, Toasty.
Oh,
yeah.
no worries, no
Kill
worries.
yourself, because I was gonna wrap it up right here. If you want to tell people where they could find you at, whatever. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. My name's Anna. I'm known online as ThatStarWarsGirl. You can find me on YouTube's, Rumble, Twitch, Instagram, Twatters, also known as X. I had to make a TikTok because there was so many impersonators. So if you see it says Anna TSWG, like my logo right here, that's me. Not the other ones that are stealing my content, pretending to be me. And then I also have a Facebook page, which if you want to know where I'm on shows or doing anything, I post everything there. So you guys can check that out. I do a show every Thursday night called The Jack Show. It's between me and my co-host Cecil. We rotate channels. It's a fun, dark comedy type of show. And we have a lot of fun guests on. So you guys can check that out every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I will be back to making my regular content, but I've been very sick lately. I have a doctor diagnosis appointment on Thursday. So I finally get to find out what's going on. So hopefully good news, fingers crossed. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And Toasty, thank you so much for having me on. And it was nice meeting you, John.
Oh yes,
Yes,
most
ma'am.
definitely. Thanks so
Anytime, and I
much.
can't wait to be on the show with you guys.
Sounds like fun. Okay, I got to go put my baby to sleep, so I got to
No
go. But
worries.
good night,
Mom
guys.
duty's a call. Have fun.
Bye.
Great to meet you. Real quick toast. We got $2 from Comic Crazy Lingo saying, "Watch out for Cecil Toasty. He made Anna and a lot of watchers very squeamish last time out. So just bear that in mind."
I'm
But I think you,
curious.
yeah, I think you've got pretty good resolve though, so I think you'll manage. But yeah, of course, you can always find me here along with Toasty, starting 8 p.m. Eastern throughout the week, Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and our panel Fraturdays at this time. Well, we start a little bit later tonight because mom duties, and everybody's real life's kind of more important than the silliness on the internet. But it was so fantastic and wonderful to have Anna here this evening, and everybody who joined us in the chat this evening. I do want to thank you all for your likes, your shares, your follows, the just being active in the chat, people that were lurking, all the ways you show us support. It is, very, very, very appreciated, and we're very gracious and grateful to all of that. So of course, other than that, things are kind of up in the air with Will's channel. We are planning on being back there most definitely 11 a.m. Eastern this Sunday for a review of Scarface, and then when we get back to the standard schedule, 11 a.m. Eastern throughout the week, Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and I believe that he's planning on doing something this Saturday. So I'll join in for that one, but I'll probably be over on the Weekend Culture over on Honey Badger Arcade, which is also at 11 a.m. Eastern on Saturdays. But with all that said, of course, you all have a wonderful week going forward. Of course, safe travels ahead, and obviously be awesome as always. But more importantly than that, Toasty, what do you want to say to everybody before we get the fuck out of here?
Thanks for joining, you guys. Appreciate the support. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the reposts, the shares, and everything. And follow me on X here. And we'll be back on Thursdays. We'll be on Fridays as well, and Sundays. And on Saturdays, I'm on a panel with Iron Oxide at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, which is always fun. And yeah, guys, if you like titties, if you like to see real women cleavage and stuff like that, please just click that follow button, get notified whenever we're on. And then sometimes we hit the goal where I just put on a bra and I show my cleavage and I shape them for you guys. Anyways, yeah, follow me on X. And then we're going to head out. We're going to do the outro, and then we're going to rate someone. We're going to rate Jay Viper. We're going to rate him. He's playing video games right now. And yeah, let's support Jay. So
yeah,
bye,
prepare for the J
guys.
Ray, everyone. Enjoy some complimentary tacos burritos on the way out the door. See you
Bye.
around.
Furious Dan flips shells on the grill. Roadkill wipes the counter still. Truck parked under the cold moonlight. Dreams of fire, but they can't ignite. Tacos and heartbreaks, that's all we got. Two lost souls in a parking lot. Alyssa cried and the night stood still. Kicked from the concert against her will. Roadkill says, man, life ain't fair. Dan just shrugs, smoke fills the air. They used to sing, they used to play. Now it's salsa stains and bills to pay. Alyssa screams, the bouncer's blind. Toasty plays, she's left behind. Tacos and heartbreaks, that's all we got. Two lost souls in a parking lot. Alyssa cried and the night stood still, kicked from the concert against her will.